The world of military technology is constantly evolving. New players are emerging on the scene, challenging the established powers. One such player is Turkey, which has rapidly become a major developer and exporter of military drones. These unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, are changing the face of modern warfare. Turkish drones have proven to be highly effective in recent conflicts, particularly in Syria. Their success has drawn attention from around the globe, raising questions about the future of air power. Turkey's rise as a drone power has been swift and unexpected by many. The country has invested heavily in its domestic drone industry. This investment has paid off, as Turkish companies have developed a range of sophisticated drones. These drones are now being exported to countries all over the world. The rise of Turkish drones is a significant development in the global military balance of power. Turkey's motivations for developing such advanced drone technology are complex. The country faces a number of security threats, both at home and abroad. Turkey has been engaged in a long-running conflict with Kurdish separatists within its own borders. It is also grappling with instability in neighboring Syria and Iraq. Drones offer Turkey a way to project power and defend its interests without putting its soldiers at risk. The effectiveness of Turkish drones has taken many by surprise. These drones are not simply cheap imitations of Western technology. They are highly capable systems that can go toe-to-toe with the best in the world. This has been demonstrated time and again in Syria, where Turkish drones have decimated enemy forces and shifted the tide of battle. The world has taken notice, and Turkey is now seen as a major player in the drone arms race. The ongoing conflict in Syria has served as a proving ground for Turkish drone technology. Turkish drones have been deployed extensively in the region, carrying out a wide range of missions. These missions have included surveillance, reconnaissance, and targeted strikes against enemy forces. In Syria, Turkish drones have primarily been used against Kurdish militias, which Turkey considers to be a terrorist threat. The success of Turkish drones in Syria can be attributed to a number of factors. Turkish drones are equipped with advanced sensors and targeting systems, allowing them to identify and track targets with great accuracy. They also have a long range and endurance, meaning they can loiter over a battlefield for extended periods. This gives Turkish forces a significant tactical advantage, allowing them to gather intelligence, monitor enemy movements, and strike at will. One of the most well-known Turkish drones is the Bayraktar TB2. This medium-altitude, long-endurance drone has gained a fearsome reputation in Syria. The Bayraktar TB2 is relatively inexpensive to produce, but it is highly effective. It can carry a variety of munitions, including laser-guided bombs and missiles. The Bayraktar TB2 has been credited with destroying numerous enemy tanks, armored vehicles, and artillery pieces in Syria. The success of Turkish drones in Syria has not gone unnoticed. Other countries have been quick to recognize the potential of these weapon systems. As a result, Turkey has seen a surge in demand for its drones. This has been a boon for the Turkish economy and has bolstered Turkey's position as a rising military power. However, the proliferation of Turkish drones has also raised concerns about the potential for these weapons to fall into the wrong hands. The rise of Turkish drones has inevitably led to comparisons with the United States, the world's leading drone power. The US has been at the forefront of drone technology for decades. It possesses a vast fleet of sophisticated drones, including the iconic Predator and Reaper. However, Turkish drones, while perhaps not as technologically advanced in every area, offer a number of advantages over their American counterparts. One of the most significant advantages of Turkish drones is their cost. Turkish drones are significantly cheaper to produce than US drones. For example, the Bayraktar TB2 is estimated to cost around $5 million per unit, while the US MQ-9 Reaper has a price tag of over $30 million. This lower cost makes Turkish drones a more attractive option for many countries, especially those with limited defense budgets. Additionally, the lower cost allows for the deployment of larger numbers of Turkish drones, potentially overwhelming adversaries through sheer numbers. Another key difference between Turkish and US drones is their operational philosophy. US drones are often used in a hunter-killer role, targeting high-value individuals and conducting precision strikes. Turkish drones, on the other hand, are frequently employed in a more tactical manner, providing close air support to ground troops and engaging enemy forces directly on the battlefield. This difference in approach reflects the specific needs and challenges faced by Turkish forces. While Turkish drones may not have the same level of technological sophistication as their US counterparts in every area, they are constantly being improved and upgraded. Turkish companies are investing heavily in research and development, and they are rapidly closing the technology gap. This has led to speculation that Turkish drones could eventually pose a serious challenge to US dominance in the field of drone warfare. The evolving capabilities of Turkish drones combined with their cost-effectiveness make them a force to be reckoned with in modern warfare. The recent collapse of the Assad regime in Syria has sent shockwaves throughout the region, creating a power vacuum and exacerbating existing tensions. This dramatic shift in the geopolitical landscape has significant implications for all actors involved in the Syrian conflict, including Turkey. The absence of a central authority in Damascus has further complicated an already complex situation, leading to increased uncertainty and instability. For Turkey, the collapse of the Assad regime presents both opportunities and challenges. On the one hand, it removes a regime that Turkey viewed as hostile and supportive of Kurdish separatists. On the other hand, it creates a security vacuum that could be exploited by other actors, including terrorist groups. Turkey is now faced with the daunting task of navigating this new reality and securing its interests in a rapidly changing environment. The use of Turkish drones in Syria is likely to continue, and perhaps even intensify in the wake of the Assad regime's collapse. Turkish drones will be crucial for monitoring the activities of various armed groups operating in northern Syria, including Kurdish militias, remnants of the Syrian army, and potentially extremist organizations. Turkey will need to rely heavily on its drone capabilities to gather intelligence, deter threats, and protect its borders. The downfall of the Assad regime highlights the fluid and unpredictable nature of the Syrian conflict. It also underscores the importance of flexible and adaptable military capabilities, such as drones, in responding to evolving security challenges. As Syria enters a new chapter, Turkish drones will undoubtedly play a prominent role in shaping the country's future. Section 5. Friendly Fire. The accidental downing of a US drone. The complex and often chaotic nature of the Syrian battlefield was starkly illustrated by the recent downing of a US MQ-9 Reaper drone. The drone was mistakenly shot down by the Syrian Democratic Forces, a US ally in the fight against ISIS. The incident occurred during operations against Turkish-backed forces in northern Syria. The SDF misidentified the drone as a hostile aircraft, highlighting the challenges of operating in a crowded and contested airspace. The accidental downing of the US drone underscores the risks inherent in modern warfare, where multiple actors, both state and non-state, operate in close proximity. It also highlights the importance of clear communication and coordination between allies to prevent such incidents from occurring. The downing of the drone is a reminder that even the most sophisticated military technology is not foolproof, and that human error remains a significant factor on the battlefield. The incident also raises questions about the rules of engagement and the potential for escalation in such a complex environment. While the downing of the US drone was accidental, it could have easily been misconstrued as a deliberate act of aggression, potentially leading to a wider conflict. The incident serves as a cautionary tale about the need for restraint and careful consideration of the potential consequences of military action in such a volatile region. The downing of the US drone is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present potential for miscalculation in conflict zones. It also highlights the need for continued dialogue and cooperation between all parties involved to prevent further escalation and work towards a peaceful resolution to the Syrian conflict. Section 6. Shadows in the Sky. Unidentified drones over US bases. In a series of unsettling incidents, unidentified drones have been detected over multiple US military installations in recent weeks, raising concerns about security breaches and the potential for espionage or sabotage. These incidents have occurred at bases across the United States, including Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, Picatinny Arsenal in New Jersey, and Naval Weapons Station Earl in New Jersey. The drones have also been spotted near other sensitive sites such as nuclear power plants and government buildings. The origin and intent of these drones remain shrouded in mystery. Authorities are investigating whether they are the work of hobbyists, criminals, or even foreign governments. The possibility of foreign involvement is particularly concerning, as it could indicate an attempt to gather intelligence on U.S. military capabilities or to probe for weaknesses in security. The incidents have prompted calls for enhanced security measures at military bases and other critical infrastructure. The drone incursions highlight the growing accessibility of drone technology and the challenges it poses to traditional security measures. Drones are relatively inexpensive and easy to obtain, making them an attractive tool for a wide range of actors, from curious individuals to sophisticated criminal organizations and even state-sponsored intelligence agencies. Their ability to operate discreetly and evade detection makes them difficult to counter. The incidents serve as a wake-up call for the U.S. military and intelligence community. They underscore the need for enhanced surveillance and detection capabilities, as well as for the development of effective counter-drone technologies. The U.S. must adapt quickly to this evolving threat and develop a comprehensive strategy to protect its critical infrastructure from drone intrusions. Section 7. A proliferation of power, the global impact of Turkish drones. The success of Turkish drones in Syria has not gone unnoticed on the world stage. Countries around the globe are increasingly looking to Turkey as a source of affordable and effective drone technology. This has led to a surge in demand for Turkish drones, with exports skyrocketing in recent years. Turkish drones are now being operated by a diverse range of countries, from NATO allies to former Soviet republics. The proliferation of Turkish drones has significant implications for global security. It represents a diffusion of military power away from traditional arms exporters, such as the United States, Russia, and China. This could lead to a more multipolar world, where smaller countries have a greater ability to project power and defend their interests. However, it also raises concerns about the potential for these weapons to fall into the wrong hands. The spread of Turkish drones could exacerbate existing conflicts and fuel regional arms races. As more countries acquire armed drones, there is a risk that they will be tempted to use them, potentially lowering the threshold for conflict. This could lead to a more unstable and dangerous world, where the use of lethal force becomes more commonplace. The international community must work together to establish clear norms and regulations governing the use of armed drones. This includes addressing issues such as export controls, accountability for drone strikes, and the protection of civilians. Failure to do so could have serious consequences for international peace and security. Section 8. Adapting to the challenge implications for traditional air power. The rise of Turkish drones, and armed drones in general, has significant implications for traditional air power. Drones offer a number of advantages over manned aircraft, including lower costs, reduced risk to pilots, and the ability to loiter over a battlefield for extended periods. This has led some to argue that drones will eventually make manned aircraft obsolete. While it is unlikely that drones will completely replace manned aircraft in the near future, they are undoubtedly changing the face of aerial warfare. Drones are already playing a significant role in conflicts around the world, and their importance is only likely to grow in the coming years. This has forced air forces around the world to adapt their doctrines and strategies. One of the key challenges for traditional air forces is integrating drones into existing operations. Drones require different skill sets to operate and maintain than manned aircraft, and they also raise new legal and ethical considerations. Air forces must also develop new tactics and strategies for employing drones effectively alongside manned aircraft. The rise of drones also has implications for the defense industry. As demand for drones grows, traditional defense contractors are facing increased competition from new players such as Turkey. This is forcing them to innovate and adapt in order to remain competitive. The defense industry is likely to undergo significant changes in the coming years as a result of the drone revolution. Section 9. The Future of Warfare, Turkish Drones and Beyond. The rapid evolution of drone technology, as exemplified by the rise of Turkish drones, is reshaping the landscape of modern warfare. Drones are no longer a niche capability confined to a handful of technologically advanced nations. They are becoming increasingly ubiquitous, accessible to a wider range of actors, and playing an increasingly prominent role in conflicts around the world. The future of warfare is likely to be characterized by an even greater reliance on unmanned systems, including drones. Drones offer a number of advantages over traditional military platforms, including lower costs, reduced risk to human life, and the ability to operate in environments that would be too dangerous for humans. As drone technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more sophisticated and capable drones being deployed on the battlefield. The increasing use of drones raises a number of ethical and legal questions that must be addressed. These include issues such as the use of lethal force, the potential for collateral damage, and the accountability for drone strikes. The international community must work together to establish clear norms and regulations governing the use of drones in warfare. The rise of Turkish drones is just one example of the rapid pace of technological change in the 21st century. The world is becoming increasingly complex and interconnected, and the challenges to international peace and security are evolving rapidly. In order to navigate this new landscape, we must embrace innovation and adapt to change while also upholding our values and working to build a more peaceful and just world.